Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered if the way we see the world is the only way to see it? Or if new ideas can shake up old traditions in unexpected, even dangerous, ways? Well, today, we're diving into a book that explores just that, wrapped up in a thrilling murder mystery. Today, we're talking about My Name is Red by Orhan Pamuk. This isn't just a story, it's a deep dive into art, secrets, and how different ways of looking at the world can clash. It's a historical fiction book that feels like a mystery, set in a time when big changes were starting to happen, even in art. The main theme here is about how different kinds of art, and different ways of seeing things, can cause big problems, even leading to murder, and how finding your own special way of doing things can be both wonderful and scary. Orhan Pamuk is a renowned author from Istanbul, Turkey, known for his thought-provoking books about identity and memory. His works are beloved worldwide, and he won the prestigious Nobel Prize. Pamuk's writing often feels dreamlike, with long, beautiful sentences that transport readers through his stories. Notable books include Istanbul, a heartfelt tribute to his city, and Snow, a captivating winter tale. He also wrote The Black Book and The Museum of Innocence. Pamuk's unique storytelling allows various characters and objects to speak directly, making it seem like everyone has a secret to share. I would like to take a moment to offer an overview of the principal characters who play a significant role in advancing the story. The corpse, Elegant Effendi. Imagine finding out the first person you hear from in a book is already dead. That's Elegant. He was a very talented artist, specifically a gilder, who made beautiful gold designs in books. He was good at his job and earned a lot of money. But he was killed and thrown into a well, and he believes his death is part of a big, scary plot against their traditions. Black, he's our main detective, sort of. He comes back to Istanbul after being away for 12 years. He's Anashte's nephew and is secretly in love with his cousin, Shekure. Black is smart, a good observer, and eventually becomes a kind of investigator in the story. Master Effendi, this is Black's uncle, and Shekure's father. He's a respected man who is secretly working for the Sultan on a very special, secret book. This book is going to be illustrated in a new way, like European paintings, which some people think is wrong. He eventually gets murdered too. Shekure, Black's beautiful cousin and the woman he loves. She's a strong, clever widow with two young sons, Orhan and Shevket. Her main goal is to protect her children and secure their future. Orhan and Shevket, Shekure's young sons, innocent and often caught in the grown-up troubles. Orhan is 6, and Shevket is 7. Esther, a lively and gossipy Jewish clothes peddler and matchmaker. She's really good at carrying secret messages between people, even if she can't read them herself. Master Osman, he's the head illuminator, the boss of all the artists in the Sultan's workshop. He's old and wise, but also very traditional, believing in the old ways of art. He's not a fan of the new, European styles. The murderer, Stork, this character is a master miniaturist, just like Elegant. He's very skilled but also full of pride and sometimes anger. He believes in traditional art, and he's willing to do terrible things to protect what he believes is right. He's one of the three main miniaturists, Butterfly, Olive, or Stork. Butterfly and Olive, these are two other master miniaturists in Master Osman's workshop. They each have their own special ways of painting and their own personalities. They become suspects in the murders. Hassan, Shekure's brother-in-law, who is also in love with her and wants to marry her. He can be very demanding and threatens Shekure and her family. Our story takes place in the bustling, colorful city of Istanbul in the late 1590s. This was a time when the powerful Ottoman Empire was very strong, but also starting to see new ideas from Europe. The core idea of the story is about a secret art project that goes terribly wrong. The Sultan wants a special book, illuminated by the best artists, but with a new, European manner. This means painting things more realistically, like a photo, and even painting people's faces individually, which was very different from the traditional way of art where artists often tried to make their paintings look the same as old masters' work, serving God, not showing off their own style. This clash of old and new ways of seeing the world leads to danger and suspicion, making everyone wonder, what is true art? And what is the real truth behind these mysterious deaths? Let's follow the story through its big moments. The story begins with a shock. We hear from Elegant Effendi, who is a corpse at the bottom of a well. He tells us he was a great artist, a gilder, and he knows he was murdered. He believes his death is a sign of a much bigger problem, a terrible conspiracy against their religion and the way they see the world. He knows he was killed because he thought the new paintings for the Sultan's secret book were wrong, like a sin. Then, we meet Black, who has just returned to Istanbul after being away for 12 long years. His uncle, Elegant Effendi, has called him back to help with a very important and secret book for the Sultan. This book is special because it's meant to show the Sultan's entire world, using some new, Frankish, European, painting styles that were about depicting real things, not just old stories. This new style is what Elegant Effendi found so offensive and spoke out against. Elegant asks Black to help find out what happened to Elegant, who has gone missing. Black starts to visit the other master miniaturists in the city, Butterfly, Olive, and Stork. Elegant gives Black a special task, to figure out if any of them are involved in the disappearance. As Black investigates, he finds himself caught in a web of artistic debates. He talks to the miniaturists, who all have strong opinions about art. Is it about showing your own style, or perfectly copying the old masters to serve God? Is it about remembering what you've seen, or seeing what's really there in front of you, like the Europeans do? Even things like a dog, a tree, a gold coin, and death itself narrate chapters, giving us different ideas about truth and perception. Everyone has their own truth. While Black is searching for answers about Elegant, he's also trying to win the heart of Shekure, his beautiful cousin. They send secret letters back and forth through Esther, the matchmaker. Shekure is a widow with 2 sons, and she's dealing with threats from her husband's brother, Hassan, who wants to force her to marry him. Then, a second tragedy strikes. Elegant Effendi is found murdered. The palace, especially Master Osman, the head illuminator, puts pressure on Black to find the killer within 3 days, threatening torture if he fails. Black and Master Osman team up, using a clever method called the courtesan method, to look at tiny details in the paintings, like the way an artist draws an ear or a horse's nose, to identify who painted what. They find a strange, clipped nose on a horse in one of the paintings that Elegant had worked on. They also realize that the most important painting for the Sultan's book, probably a portrait, is missing. Meanwhile, Shekure, worried about her family and the danger, decides to marry Black quickly. They even have to pretend Elegant is just very sick, so they can have a quick, secret wedding ceremony. Under pressure, one of the miniaturists, Stork, starts to reveal things. He confesses to killing Elegant, saying it was to stop him from telling people about the sacrilegious new art, and that Elegant was a scoundrel, anyway because he was greedy. Stork also implies he killed Elegant because Elegant was making them imitate European art and asking about Stork's style, which Stork saw as a betrayal of traditional art. He tries to trick Black and Butterfly, pointing fingers at Olive for the horse with the strange nose. The story builds to a dramatic confrontation. Stork, pressed by Black and Butterfly, finally admits to killing both Elegant and Elegant. He even tries to blind Black with a special needle that Master Osman said the great artist Bizard used to blind himself. Stork believes that by killing Elegant and Elegant, he was protecting the purity of art and their traditions from the Frankish, European influence. Black manages to get away, but not without being hurt. Stork injures his nose with the dagger. The book ends without a neat, happy ending for everyone. The murders are solved, but the deeper questions about art, tradition, and identity remain. Black and Shekure are together, and she nurses his wounds. She encourages her son, Orhan, to become a storyteller, hoping he will tell their story one day, perhaps with his own unique twist. This suggests that stories and art keep changing and evolving, just like life itself. Here are 2 powerful quotes from the book that really make you think. My death conceals an appalling conspiracy against our religion, our traditions, and the way we see the world. This quote, from the very beginning by the corpse, tells us that this isn't just a simple murder mystery. It's about a much bigger fight, a clash between old traditions and new ideas. The murderer isn't just killing a person, they're trying to stop a whole way of life, a way of seeing and understanding the world. It shows how art, religion, and culture are all tied together in this story. Living is seeing. I am everywhere. Life begins with and returns to me. Have faith in what I tell you. This is spoken by the color red itself. It highlights the power of perception and how intertwined life and sight are in the book. It also touches on the idea that art, particularly painting, is a way of seeing and bringing things to life, just as God created the world to be seen. It's a bold statement that challenges you to pay attention to details and to believe in the vividness of life and art. My Name is Red is a fantastic book that teaches us to look beyond the obvious. It shows that there isn't just one right way to see things, whether it's art, truth, or even love. It encourages us to appreciate different perspectives and to understand that even small details can hold big secrets. It also reminds us that change can be scary, and that holding on to traditions can sometimes be a battle against new ideas. For me, the biggest takeaway is how the book makes you think about your own style in life. Do you always try to fit in, or do you have your own unique way of doing things? And what are you willing to do to protect what you believe in, or who you love? What about you? What's a book that made you see the world in a completely different way? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more book reviews that make you think. See you next time, and keep reading.